Hi, this is Cherie with Rehash Fiber. I have a fantastic Isabell Kraemer pattern for you. So today we're going to review it and I'm going to tell you everything that is great about it. Those of you that know me know that I love the patterns that Isabell Kraemer designs. What I like about them is that they are usable pieces, something you really can use, but there's always a touch of something very special that gives it that added so that you know you're making a fantastic hand knit garment that you can use, but it's got some style. So I'm going to back up just a little bit and tell you how this came about. If you've watched past episodes, you know my friend Erica and I went to Central Florida for a fiber weekend. And we were at Four Pearls in Winter Haven, Florida. And Erica had arranged for us to take a special class that's not normally on their roster, but a dyeing class with the owner, Laura. It was very helpful because I was not a very knowledgeable dyer. And the key things I took away are measure and test. And make notes so that you can reproduce a color if you want to. So we aren't going to get into the dyeing of it right now, but what I want you to know is that I came away with 3 fantastic skeins of yarn that I had dyed myself. And it's a fingering weight. It feels like a superwash merino, and I was very excited to get to working on it. So no matter what, when I am looking for patterns, whether I'm looking for an Isabell Kraemer pattern or not, the ones that catch my eye are the Isabell Kraemer patterns. This one came up, and of course right away I thought perfect because it's a lighter yarn. I wanted a nice little sweater shirt that I could wear during the warm days here in Florida. I love V-neck, short sleeved, and it had a little flare to it. So we're going to go over this right now. It is called the Edie, and what makes it really special is that you start from the top down and you do go back and forth. But once the V-neck is finished, you're in the round. So you can just go to town. And that's when I would call it a social sweater. So above, you really have to pay attention. Okay, and then you work in the raglan sleeves. But then once you get going in the round, there's a lot of things you can do. Visiting, watch TV, traveling on the plane. And it's hard to mess it up because you're just working in the round, and the only things you have to do is you decrease just a little bit to add a little style. And the added flair to this for me are the stripes. You can hardly see them, especially because of the yarn, but that's what adds the flair. You do a slip stitch for a little bit of the pattern, and it adds these lovely stripes through here that give it something different, which makes it cool. Then when you get to the bottom, which I love things casual, you do a short row and it gives this nice little drape here. Like if it's a t-shirt hanging out, it's just cool. So I just found it very fun to do, very enjoyable, and very doable. So once you've worked it in the round, you do have to finish a few of the inches of the sleeves, no big deal. And you have the option to finish the neck. I like things to really look finished, so I did finish the neck, but you can leave it raw. So anyway, it is a super great sweater, and I can't wait to wear it a lot. And I hope if you choose to do it, you enjoy it as much as I did. All right, let's move on to something else fun. See my new t-shirt? This is my logo. It's a globe of yarn with the knitting needles in it. So when the designer and I came up with this, I was just thinking how fiber is so worldly. It's everywhere and it transcends time. And so that's why I wanted the globe. And then of course we love yarn. And what better to stick in yarn but knitting needles? So that's how I came up with it. So you probably see it on my different platforms and different things I might wear. And there's a couple versions of my logo. I did want to let you know that I have merchandise available with a few variations of my logo and all different kinds of merchandise, almost anything that floats your boat. And anything you purchase helps keep the show going because there are monthly fees and different things, products and road shows, and your support really helps. So I greatly appreciate that. And I'm going to keep designing more fun things. So look for that. You can find that on my website, rehashfiber.com, and then you click the link for merchandise and it will take you right there. The other thing I wanted to bring up is Patreon. That's another way you can support the show. You can also find that through the website. Patreon is where you give a small amount per month, $3 a month. You can give more if you want to. And that also helps to keep everything going with the show. But for Patreon members, I do special things. If I come across something interesting, a great pattern, maybe a discount on the pattern, knowledge and information I share with the Patreon members as a special thank you. Also, I do end up with extra supplies. And another way I can say thank you to the Patreon members is that if I'm going to give something away, I will list it there, and the first person that responds that wants it may have it. All I ask is that anything I'm giving away, the person does need to pay for the shipping. So I just want to let you know that if you're a Patreon member, those are the type of things that happen over there. I do try to give monthly or bi-monthly updates on what's going on. It just depends on how much is going on or if I know what's going on. All right, everybody. So Isabell Kraemer, woohoo! The pattern is Edie, and have a blast. Happy knitting, and thanks for watching.